What's going on, gamblers? Welcome to the Total Takedown UFC 321 edition of the Die Hard MMA podcast. I'm your host, as always, your boy Clint. Currently watching my Minnesota Vikings suck out loud. The show is late to you this week a little bit because I am currently watching my Vikings play. It is halftime, so I'm recording a little bit late. I apologize. I usually go a bit earlier, but when the boys are playing, what are you going to do? You got to watch. At any rate, on this show, you guys, we look for overs and unders. It's an alternative way for you to hopefully make some cash at UFC 321. So let's get into it. The first total I want to talk about is the first fight of the night. We're going to look at Jacqueline Amorim taking on Mizuki Inoue. We got a 2.5 total. The under is actually chalked in this spot. And you guys know how I feel about these unders. These women's MMA unders that are favored to not go the distance, they just go. They just don't ever go the distance. There is a finish because bookies always put the over 2.5 at minus 300, right? Like even some of the greatest women's MMA fights in the world, they just don't have the power that the men do. So you know there's not as good of a chance of that fight finishing. So when they get a Jillian Robertson, when they get a Jacqueline Amorim, when they line it negative to the under, there's a very good chance that fight finishes inside the distance. You've got the submission upside for Jacqueline Amorim. You have got the grappling upside for Jacqueline Amorim. You have got the physical side of things with Mizuki Inoue. She likes to grapple as well, so she'll welcome Jacqueline in her wheelhouse. So I think there's an opportunity for both these women to finish. We know Jacqueline can gas out and get tired in a fight, and if that happens, then Inoue probably can find a finish of her own. 2-year-long layoff, coming back against a world-class jiu-jitsu player. Yeah, I think it's Amorim by round one sub, but we can't count out the fact that Mizuki might be able to bully her, hit her with something big, hurt her, finish her when she gets tired. Both sides, let's go under, minus 140. Next up, Hamdi Abdelwahab and Chris Barnett. This one pains me, you guys. This one hurts me. I'm a Beast Boy fan. We now hate Hamdi Abdelwahab. It's just the way things are after losing the tickets that we have on the guy. So under 1.5 is plus 135, right? Chris Barnett has one round to do damage. If he doesn't do anything in the first round, he's not doing anything the whole fight. He's 39 years old. He's a natural 170 pounder who somehow weighs 300 plus pounds instead. His only shot at this is a spinning wheel kick. And he might blow his other knee out trying to throw said spinning wheel kick. So he might get himself out of the cage trying to make a finish in the first round of this thing. And if he doesn't, Hamdi is going to do whatever he wants. He can chop with the leg kicks. He can hit him with some big punches. He can take him down and ground and pound him. There will be absolutely zero answer for any of these things from the Chris Barnett side. This is a Hamdi Abdelwahab round one finish, in my opinion. And if something crazy fluky happens, it's probably early. So yeah, I think plus money on the under 1.5 when you're getting Hamdi Abdelwahab at even money for a KO. I don't think this happens late. We've seen what Hamdi looks like in rounds 2 and 3. This is happening earlier. It's not happening at all. So give me the plus money. I'll take the under. PSA for the week, Nathaniel Wood and Jose Delgado. While I have said that I think this is going to be a round 1 Delgado look, I actually think that if it doesn't happen round 1 Delgado, then it's going the full 15, right? That's Nathaniel Wood fights. So they've got the 2.5 lined at a pick'em, and they're just letting you make the mistake. This is a live bet opportunity, you guys. Don't bet this total going in unless you really are dedicated and have something up your sleeve on this one, because I've been hosed by unders in Nathaniel Wood times more than I can count. I lean under, I lean an early finish from Delgado, but if that does not happen, then this thing's going the full 15. Ikram Aliashkarov and Jung Young Park, the Iron Turtle, baby, under 2.5 at even money. This is another pick'em at 2.5. I like violence here. Ikram Aliashkarov has big power in his hands. We have seen that before. Everybody he fights, he tags, he hurts. We have yet to see him outside of the first round getting a win, though. So we've seen him be fragile enough to get cracked in the first round and finished, right? Now, is Park going to do that to him? I don't know. Park is obviously not the caliber of fighter that Robert Whittaker is, but we have seen Park tire people out. We have seen him take everything they've got, turn the tables, flip the script, take them down, choke them out. If he pulls that kind of a move here, he definitely has finishing upside as well. So I'll say this fight doesn't go the distance one way or the other. Probably Ikram early finish, but I would prefer it if it was a Park round 2 sub. Quinlan Salkilled and Nasrat Haqparast. We've got another 2.5. The over 2.5 is minus 215. The under 2.5 is plus 165. And I kind of like violence in this fight as well. That's rare for a Nasrat Haqparast fight because Nasrat is not a huge finisher. However, when he ping-pongs people's heads around because they have no striking defense, he actually can land a KO. He can get that attritional TKO, right? He's getting Salkilled, who's coming in on short notice, halfway around the world. His body clock is going to be off. Who knows if he's had a full camp? Who knows if he's fully healthy? And this is a guy that's way overhyped right now in the MMA community. That's option number one. Option number two is Quinlan Salkilld is that dude. He's exactly everybody on MMA Twitter says he is, and he's just going to beast his way to a win in this spot. And frankly, if he's able to get grappling going on the 86% takedown defense Nasrat Haqparast, then he probably takes him down and submits him. So I would bet that Quinlan Salkilld doesn't come out here and style his way to a decision over the volume king Nasrat Haqparast. He probably has to finish, and frankly, he probably needs a finish. Otherwise, Nasrat's going to get his hand raised in Abu Dhabi anyway. So yeah, give me the under. I think both guys absolutely do have a shot at finishing this fight. Alexander Volkov and Jailton Almeida. I joined some friends and we talked about it. My guy Rudy, shout out to you. We did a podcast and we broke down this total already. I like this over 1.5, you guys. Slight chalk, -130 or so to the over 1.5. Volkov versus Almeida. Almeida's going to have to get his grappling going, and Volkov's going to have to play the floor as lava. Now, if Almeida gets the ground game going, he probably finds his way to a sub. But we also know Volkov is going to be prepared and ready for that. So do we think he's going to take him down in round one, climb to a dominant position, and that's just wrap, the fight is over immediately? I could actually see Volkov being very difficult to control. I could see Volkov being very difficult to take down. We also have seen the way Volkov works himself back up. When he fought Curtis Blades, he got up over and over and over again. So I think there could be some mat returns early from Almeida, not so much the early quick finish sub like Tom Aspinall did to Volkov. And if that's the case, this fight does get extended a little bit. I kind of like this over 1.5. It's a little greasy, it's a little scary, especially at heavyweight, but frankly, I like it. Co-main event, Verna Jandiroba and Mackenzie Dern. We got a 4.5 total. This is kind of the women's MMA action I was talking about. -145 to go up and over 4.5. They're saying this fight's going to go the full distance, and I think that makes sense. Verna's going to try to wrestle. Mackenzie Dern is a BJJ black belt of high caliber herself, so she's going to be very difficult to submit. Verna has power in her hands, but it's like one-time shot type punching power. She doesn't throw combos. She's not athletic. She's not quick. She's going to have a hard time mounting up the offense to actually finish Dern with like a TKO or something like that. So I do think that this is going to be whoever outlasts the other, right? I think Verna's going to look for takedowns, try to consolidate control time. Not sure she can find a sub. Dern is going to try to volume up on the feet. I don't think she can knock out someone like Verna. So yeah, I think we go the distance here. Over 4.5, -145 in the co-main event. And then it all gets saved in the main event, right? Everyone's going to be half asleep by the time that fight is over. But in the main event, Tom Aspinall and Ciryl Gane, I've been kind of floating around the 1.5 total going over for this one, you guys. And the more time goes on, the more I think, why am I questioning the Tom Aspinall, right? If Ciryl Gane wins this fight, he's going to need to extend this fight. He's going to have to drag it into rounds 2, 3, and 4. He's going to have to be quicker. He's going to have to get Tom tired. If he can't do that, it's Tom's season, and Tom is going to win in rounds 1 or 2. So you're getting a pick'em even money for this thing to go under 1.5. I think that's almost as good as getting like a freebie on Tom's money line. Tom is like a -400 favorite. Obviously, some action has come in on Ciryl, so he's down to like -350 in some places. But if he wins this fight, it's going to be early. He doesn't get paid by the minute. So if you want Tom Aspinall, you might as well play the under 1.5 at a pick'em price tag. That's the Total Takedown, everybody. See you soon for Hot Props, and see you tomorrow for the Undefeated Post Weigh-In Show. Let's roll.